me get this recording popping off. Let me make sure the screen is being shared here. Yep, I can see it on there. Okay, cool. So, of course, we're going to talk about gold. And last week, what did we talk about? On Thursday, and if you look at this, we talked about at the level that it's at. Now, if anyone remembers, I'm going to break this down again. Think about on Thursday, the Grandmaster. Yep, always about to drop some gems. Think about on Thursday. Gold had popped all the way down here, and it shot all the way down to this level. Now, it had the big drop off of that. We can do a whole breakdown of analysis of reasonings as to why it dropped. I posted in the chat today about not like getting attached to your markups in a sense. You know, that was something that took me a while to get down, because I used to do markups in the elite zone. I used to go in on markups. Like I used to have, like, if you guys haven't seen the markups in the elite zone, like the stuff that I used to do, and they weren't super detailed. I used to do them in a different way. Let's see if I can log in here. But if you look at the breakdown here, yeah, and you go and let's see, how do I do this? I'm gonna go like page 9. And I had the whole, and I used to do this all the time. Look, December 2nd, 2018, I would have a breakdown in the elite zone. And I'm saying, like, I would mark up, and I wasn't using TradingView. I didn't like TradingView at that time. I liked the breakdown of it. And I would do webinars in the week. We would have this whole thing breakdown, talking about what it is we're going to be looking for. And you go click on read more. And I would have a breakdown of what's going on, what we're looking for, the expectancy of it. And they're not super good markups or anything like that, because I wasn't going super into detail on some, not all of them, because some of them would be repetitive. But I would do the whole breakdown, and it shows you the time of read. I would post the indexes of what we're looking for, all this kind of stuff. I would go super into detail over all these different things. And this would be weekly. I would do these things, okay? So when I go in and you wonder why I've made such a drastic shift, it's because I know what works. Markups look good. They look great. It looks awesome. I'm not saying that it's not, but I want you guys to understand. You just need to understand and be aware of what is actually really matters in the market, like what it really is. Like what is this? You think I have self-taught myself 90% of the things that I know. I have gotten a few cool times to sit down and talk to millionaire traders over the course of the last 6.5 years and pick their brains on things. Not sit down and do something like this. I mean, I never got to do anything like this. But titles and money and followers and likes seem to just really sell everyone this day. Now, I got into marketing heavy this year because I knew what was needed in order to sell people and to get people to listen to me more. But I know at the end of the day, there's plenty of people offline that make way more money than people do online. It doesn't even really matter. But in order to me to be relative and competitive in the online space, I need to be more, have better content, better pictures, and market and blog and vlog and do things like that. But now I don't even have anything that I talk about on here. I just know exactly where to buy and where to sell. Like, I just know what I'm looking for. All I need is this right here. That's it. I don't need anything else. And when it reaches my zone, I know exactly what I'm looking for to do. I am looking to buy. I am looking to sell. It is absolutely nothing else that I need to see happen besides when it reaches the zone, it is qualified. As long as I see a 3-to-1 setup, it's qualified. So when you look at this and you see this, here is the zone right here off this level. Gold was here last week. Gold was right here at 1753 on that Thursday whenever we did the breakdown and we talked about it, right? It was right here, okay? So when you see it at this level right here, this is the place in which gold was at. And what did I talk about? I was saying you can put a stop loss. You can buy it here, and you can stop loss it below this wick right here. And you're most likely going to be perfectly fine. And if it goes your way, it goes your way. If it doesn't, it doesn't. and that ended up moving to 1767 easily from 1753, and that was a 140 pip move that it did. And then, of course, what was it? That day, it ended up dropping all the way down there, and then it came down to here. Now, what I did to start the week was I put a buy limit in on gold at 1751, and I put my stop loss at 1741, and that's a picture I put in there um, in the chat. I put a stop loss. You can see it at that level right there, and it got extremely close. I mean, now trading in the as an A-book trader, I really understand the zones and how to really do things. On a regularly, I would have put a 50 pip stop loss in, and I would have lost. But I know it's a little different on gold, and I would make some pretty good money on 50 pip stop losses. But in more of a market setting up like this, I've learned to put bigger stop losses in and to do those things. And as you see, it got close, and you see that probably wicked out a lot of people that had stop losses right below this wick right here, and it had stop losses really tight about right here to 1743, because if you look at the lowest level, it was 1745, so 20 pips below is solid. You go 30 pips below, you're looking really good, and that's 1742, and I just happened to put mine at 1741. I was saved at that. And as you see, the market pushed all the way up to 1767. Now, is this a valid zone for market to come down at? Yes, it is. Why do we know this? Because prices already dropped right there. And who's to say that this thing can't drop right here? This would be one of the most valid places to sell at on gold in this exact time right now. Why would it be it? Because it is at the highest point of reversal in the most recent times. And where is it sitting? It is in a double top territory. So guess what is happening? We have the first end that has gotten made. We have the neckline that has gotten made. And now what we have right there is the second level of the neckline that's getting made. So what is supposed to happen is price is not supposed to go above here. It's supposed to continue to drop. That's just what's supposed to happen on an M top. That's just how it works. So this would be an example of whenever I said on gold a couple weeks ago where I took my buyout. I wanted gold to come and hook around and come to about right there, and that was going to be my place in which I was going to sell. I just personally wanted it to come back up there again, and I didn't care if it dropped all the way down there. And guess what? Till this day, I still don't care. I would have probably made easily 30% of my account off of that move, off of doing a 3% risk, not a 10% risk. Shit, if I would have did a 10% risk, they'd have probably wouldn't stop me out. Nah, they're probably not. But yes, 10% risk, I'd have been, y'all would have seen me running through the street in the cornfield naked out here for no reason if I would have had a 10% trade on that and got 100% ROI, because I'd have made another million. Your boy would have been real lit. But yeah, no, that's what I wanted. And so it's really no different than price coming. It's like this. This is the M top 2 right here. This is a head and shoulder M top. See how price spikes up right there? See how it spikes up into where the money is at? That's what I talk about, where the money is. But look at what that represents, that wick right there. What is that hitting? That's hitting a downtrend line, plus it's hitting a zone of liquidity sitting from, look at this. Here's your shoulder right there. Here's the retest zone of liquidity right there. And oh, wow, guess what? We have, let me make this better. We have, head and shoulders pattern right there. Plus the market. That doesn't, to someone who understands what's going on, it doesn't scare that person. You know, it doesn't at all. If I wanted to be like a straight heathen in the market, in a sense, and just really, really be on it, I bought it here on the second. I would have just sold it here, no regards for nothing, just sell it. Then imagine this: I sell it, or I buy it, and then I sell it, and then I sell it again where I bought it the last time, and it comes right to there at that level. That's exactly, and oh, sorry. Let me back this up real quick. I sold it right here on August 24th to there. I bought it where I sold it. That was cool. I thought that was really cool. Then imagine I sell it here, all the way at that level right there. Then again, I sell it where I bought it and sold it 2 times before, and I perfectly completed the pattern. Like, that's something to me that it's like I want to do in the future to just be great. Like, why not? Like, why not just perfectly trade a pattern and price action just to show how well I can read the market? Like, that's the level I'm getting to. It's not like, does this work? Should I buy this here? No, it's like, let me just be great. And that's the kind of mindset y'all are going to have. You're going to have a greatness about you. You're going to have an edge to you of like, I got to get better. Like, I know what I'm doing. Like, I'm really just not doing shit. I'm really just not following the rules. I'm really over risking. What the hell am I over risking for? Like, this doesn't even make any sense. Like, I'm still in the same place. Like, I'm not taking trades, but what am I scared for? It's like you got to start getting mad at yourself and being like, damn, I'm really here because I'm here. Like, I'm really still here because I'm still here. And where is still here mean? My mindset. That's what you have to start seeing about this. And those are the kind of things I had to start putting myself in check in and being like, no, I got to be better. I got to be greater because I'm stopping myself. So when you look at this right now, can we see gold drop? Yeah, it can definitely drop there. There's nothing to say that this thing can't drop here at all. Nothing to say. But right now, I'm supporting the bigger time frames of the inverted head and shoulders pattern, which is right here. And we've got enough confirmation right now in this. And here's the thing. I already am just sitting and chilling. I'm not. I don't even. I looked at this one time today. You know when that one time was? Whenever I took that screenshot. That's whenever I took that picture because I wanted to see if my trade even hit. I didn't even know if my trade hit because I put it in at Sunday open and I walked away. And I said, oh yeah, let me check and see if my trade even hit. It did. I said, oh nice, it hit. And I was like, damn, this thing must have got super close to my stop loss. And I looked and I was like, wow, love it. I said, let me post this into the chat because I'm not at a place where I'm worried about this, and this is where all you guys got to get to. You're just not worried about it. Like, you're not emotional about it. Like, you got it down, like you get it, but it's like you're not letting the market affect you emotionally anymore. There's no control. The market has no control over you. It's like you go above and beyond the system now, and in not an egotistical way, but in a sense where you are aware of what is happening and it doesn't have control over you. That is powerful. Like what I talked about on Sunday in the Sunday psychology session about how you just have to continue to keep moving and the power that you have in trading, that when you really get this down, nothing can stop you. No one has control over you, no corporation, no company, nothing like that. It doesn't. If this thing spiked down like this, I got a question for you. If this thing just spiked down, how many of you would buy it? Or would you be too scared? And would the market make you react emotionally? Or would you get excited and say, "Oh shit, it's back on a sale again"? Because here is what needs to happen in your thought process. Whenever you're looking at your cars, or you're looking at your houses, or you're looking at maybe getting an Airbnb, or you're looking at a shoe, or you're looking at a pair of clothes, or you're looking at a video game, whatever you're looking at, right? And it's at full price, and full price right now is at $17.63. But all of a sudden, price drops all the way down to $17.46. Well, didn't it just get cheaper? And didn't you just get excited? And didn't you just tell yourself, shit, let me go buy this right now because it's cheaper? But let me ask you, why do you not have the same thought process and mentality when it comes to this market? Because whenever it goes higher in price or lower in price and you're a professional trader, if you are in a seller's market, you want it to go higher in price because you know that once it gets higher in price, you're just getting a better level to sell it at. And then when you're a buyer in the market, you want it to go lower in price because you're just going to get in a better buy. That's all you have to start thinking of, guys. It's literally a shift. You start shifting this because now all of a sudden you are above the system. This is what I'm talking about. You get above the system now. Now you're no longer in the system and being controlled by the system. You're looking at it and there's no more emotion that's happening. You're just like, oh, bet it's cheaper. Let me buy it. And that's where I'm at. Like when it comes here, I have an out level. My out level is 1741. I don't need to get back in the market at at below that. There's no reason to buy. I have an out point. I have an exit strategy. So if this thing goes for you guys all the way down to 1743, you can buy that, and I promise you, if you did a 50 pip stop loss on that, that would not be bad. That would not be bad at all. That would not be bad. If it goes against you, just use risk management. Don't trade like nothing stupid. Use risk management and you're good. Now me, I just know how gold moves. So whenever I decided to put my order in at 1751, I said, yeah, I'm not going to put it at 1743 because that's a little too close. And so let me put it a little bit further out. 1741 should work. And guess what? It worked. And I'm not sitting here like I'm the greatest trader ever in a sense, but I just understand like, okay, the market didn't want to go against me. It didn't want to go against me in this level. And that's the same thing. Now, if this thing goes all the way down to 17, say 35 and spike all the way up, I couldn't predict that. I don't know if it's going to do that or not. I have no idea. Like, I'm not sitting here and saying if it does that and it comes back in the zone, would it be bad to buy it again if it comes back in this blue zone? That could be a really good question that you guys might ask. No, it would not be bad at all. And I would actually advise if it comes back up here, it might have just took out a whole bunch of trader stop losses right here in order for it to go back up because it's back in the buying zone. And if it goes and it goes against you again, hey, just slap the market in the face and move on. Nah, but sometimes that happens. And again, I talked about our good buddy GBP Chef, and I talked about this the other day about GBP Chef. Lord bless, look at that thing. God, look at this. Just damn it, man. It do. I don't know, man. I don't know. Should I? I don't know. Look, I'm not. I'm gonna just stop talking. Does anybody else want to talk the rest of this webinar? I don't know. I'm gonna just let y'all talk. Anyway, it's the same thing on GBP Chef that happened, and this is a trade I lost. I didn't look back at this again. I found a couple other trades that I liked a little bit better, and I ended up making money on those. But not to say that this wouldn't have worked. The point is, would it have worked? Would it have worked for you from the time of you doing this? Would what I'm showing you work? Yes, it will work. It will work 100,000%. You look at this right here. The trade went against the zone right there. You see that? See how the trade went against the zone? And I had a stop loss, I think, right here. And it popped it right there. And see how it came back inside of the zone right here? See the drop, 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 drop? That's your sell zone. Same spot that I sold it at right here. This your sell zone. You can put your stop loss right there. There's the drop right there that you're looking for. Now, look at this. Look at the zone. I'm bringing this up because I want you guys to see this. This is not hard. You just make it hard. This is literally it. Look, there's a sell, right? And just look. I put these trades in. These were the trades I put in on the 16th. And I said, and please go back and watch the video. If you don't want to go back and watch this God blessed video, I'm going to go to the thing. We're going to go to it. And we are going to look at this. Because some of you guys you're not getting it because you're not paying enough attention of what is going on. Then you're not actually acting on what is happening. There's no action that is being taken. So you look at this thing, and we go back and we look at this. We're going to go on page 1, and we're going to see this. Now I don't do these breakdowns. But what did I talk about right here? It says that I put it right here in big bold letters. NAS 100 gold GBP Chef breakdown, break and retest breakdown. And I literally did the breakdown of it right there. Right there. It literally shows it. And you see the must watches in there. You can see them. It's all in there. And holy shit. Here's the breakdown of it right here. I did this on, now let's go back. September 14th. I put this up here. And then I went and did this one with the stop loss right here, okay? And I went and did this one right here with the stop loss. Now you see that, and you look at the level, and look at the line. You can see this. You see them here. You can see this here. The same exact line, the same lines that I did, the same markups that I talked about, and then you see the drop. This was the exact parameters of the line was sitting right here. And if you would have bought it right here, would this have been wrong? No, it would not have been wrong. You would have bought it probably about right here. Your trade would have went up in profit, and then what would have happened? The market would have dropped down because the sellers were stronger. And you see how it did it right here, and it pushed the jump. It did the little push up right there. And do you see how it pushed through hard? It came back in liquidity right where the line was that I drew, and then it dropped to the downside. So when you see that, whenever you look at that and you're paying attention to that, that's this. And look, I'm gonna do this right here too. I put these lines up on the that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Hold on, I thought it was the 14th. Yeah, there we go. On the 14th. So when the market was here, no, I didn't do that. I put that thing up there. I would have had to have done it sometime. Maybe I did do it on the 14th. Okay, yeah, because that's the date on there. So you see the market came up here. Now, look. So this would have gotten hit. This would have gotten hit right here. So look. So that's a 19 pip stop loss anyway. So just watch this real quick. You would have in real time. So that means that if you are looking at the market in actual real time and you see the market, watch. If you see the market, and this one would have been fine. Like this one right here, if you would have taken that trade right there, and this would have been the time you seen it, that's cool. But in the time you are not selling this right here, guys. You're not selling it right there. Why are you not going to sit there and take the trade off? Okay, two things. You could sell it right there. I want to make this clear. You could sell it right here. But what you're going to have to do is you cannot put this stop loss right there. That is too tight of a stop loss. And trading in real-time markets, that is way too tight of a stop loss because you don't give it any room to breathe outside of this clear-cut white line and this yellow line. You are putting your trade directly in the parameters of where it could get stopped out at. Okay? If you choose to trade in this box right here. All right? Now, if you are looking to pinpoint this trade and you are looking to take this trade in real time and you're waking up for London session, you're waking up for New York session, or you have an alert that goes off, you are going to, when the alert hits and triggers, you're going to take the trade when it gets near about this level about right here. Why? Because that is the back of your zone near that white line, and you're most likely going to put an alert at 1.28 or 1.28 200. Somewhere in there, you're probably going to put an alert. So let's just say you put it at 1.28 100, okay, because you want to get alerted early. That is acceptable because you put it near the back of the zone. Now, if you do that stop loss, 20 pip stop loss, does that work? And so we're at a 19 pip stop loss on this one. All right, so if we do a 20 pip stop loss on that, would that work? Yes, because you see how you put it enough outside of that line right there? Would a 30 pip stop loss be valid? Yes, that would also be valid. Anywhere between a 20 to 30 pip stop loss. Now look how far the distance that is on that line. You see that? So remember when I said you need to have multiple confluencies that go with your trade? This diagonal line is one confluency, okay? This horizontal line is another confluency, okay? You have multiple different confluencies that are telling you that is a drop. If you're a pattern candlestick trader, that is a evening star right there. Now, the evening star is going to tell you, oh, sell it whenever it completes this pattern. So, okay, well, what if you totally just miss a prime entry sell all the way up here? Then what? It's like, why would you wait all the way down here? It's like you just missed the whole sale. Like, why you just missed the whole sale that it had for you like 100% off, and now you want to get in down here when it's like worse in price and you're in a selling market. That doesn't even make any sense. So that's why I don't trade candlesticks anymore. I just trade where literally the banks are going to trade at. And then, of course, not to mention, I mean, that's a Fibonacci pattern that's under the 78.6. That's a major selling resistance point, and it's closed underneath it. So there's many different confluencies there. So when we look at this, guys, you got to start thinking in an investor mindset. And so you see, when I look and break this down, look, that is you see these time spans, these timestamps on this pair. Like if you look at this, and this is a 30 pip stop loss, guys, on that, and you look at the entry point, could you get a 3-to-1 at the back of this level? Yes. I mean, this is like 30.5. So could you get a 3-to-1 at that level? Yes, you could. I mean, it you can see it at the point right there. That's selling it off of that point. That's a 30 pip stop loss. I wouldn't go that high. I'd go 25 to 20 on that. Let's just go 25 and look at a 25 pip stop loss. You get a 3-to-1. It drops all the way down. When it starts losing momentum, you get a 6-to-1 trade on that. And that's taking the trade, guys, off that line right there at the tip of that. And you see, when you see this and you break this thing down, look, 1 hour, it comes all the way down there, and there's another 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. If you have not, by about the 4th hour, made a decision that this is at a selling point, then again, what you do, and I tell you guys this all the time, this is not the first time that I've said this, and what you do is when it's at that point right there, and it started to move against you, this is not the first time I've said this, go, get up, walk into the bathroom or the nearest mirror, look at yourself, and slap yourself in the face, because you have already missed the opportunity that this thing is in the zone, clearly in the zone, and all you have to do is take action, and the action you must take is a 0.01 lot, follow the stop loss rules, and get good, kid. No, that's gaming terms. But yeah, so you just and you get better, and that's how you get better. It doesn't have to be you're risking your real money. It doesn't have to be you're trading something crazy. It just has to be that you're willing to do it because you want to get better, and you're not making excuses. You know, that's what it is. Like it's that simple. It's right in the way. It's literally right there. And again, this happened. What did this happened Sunday? I think. Yeah, this happened Sunday. Yeah, Sunday this happened. So, I mean, it's there. Let's see, market open. You look at, yeah. So the beginning. Wait, I'm tripping. I said Sunday. This happened on the 17th. This happened last week. So you look at that. That was on Friday. So I think we had a webinar on Thursday. So we had a webinar on the 16th. So then we had a webinar on the 16th, and I definitely talked about this. If we didn't, it was right there. So there it is, 17th right there. And you look at that drop right there, and you got that on a Friddy. That's on a Frid day, right there. Holla at your baby. Look at that. That is just, God bless. That is just cash. I just look at this and I'm just like, oh my God. I really, really, really hope. And it's okay. I'm just gonna put it this way, because sometimes I wanna say these things, and I have to remember that it's okay. But I hope that those of you guys who really are really taking advantage of these times, because there's a lot of good setups. There's money in so many different directions, and it just seems like there's so many trades that I point out that you miss money on, and you lose money. But again, this same exact trade, it would have been fine to take a buy on. It's not bad to have taken a buy, but again, I just go with the bigger time frames. So even though this is like a daily 4-hour buying zone, This is a monthly, weekly, daily selling zone plus a 4-hour selling zone. So there's just more there. So when we talk about gold, for instance, and I bring our attention back to gold, and I say, could this be a selling zone off the hourly? Yeah, it's the selling zone. Not to say that it can't go down, but am I going to lean with the bigger traders? Yeah, I'm just going to lean with the bigger traders. That's it. I'm just going to go there. That's where I'm going. This to me is not a bearish pattern. This is not a bearish pattern. This is more of a bullish pattern. So look at it this way, guys. If this trade comes all the way back down to 1750, I really want you to do yourself a favor and understand, even if this thing goes and hits the stop loss at 1741 or 1740, if you choose to put it there, I do not want you to think that that is wrong. Remember, you have been programmed to only think pass or fail in your entire year of formal education. So imagine that is how you've been programmed. That is on purpose. That was on purpose. So when I tell you I'm trying to reprogram you and I say get on every webinar, that's what I'm doing. I've already been reprogrammed to think differently. Therefore, I get different results than the normal amount of people. So when you do this, that's why I tell you, just be consistent. Just do it all the time. Get on them all the time. Do them as many times as you can. And things are going to change for you. It's not going to take a drastic amount of time. It might take like 5 years. That's 5 years that was going to pass regardless if you did this or not. So when you seen that whole rant that I went on in the beginning of the webinar about the charges and all that, and I just laugh because I'm just like, you're going to be in the same place. Like, and I give you all these books, I give you all these things because I care and I understand what needs to be done in order to help you. But if you don't do it, it's just like you don't do it. I can't do everything for you, but I spend this time to show you guys how to do this because I care at the end of the day. I want you to be successful like I'm successful at this. So I want to pass this on. It's not like I suck at teaching because I know I'm great at that shit. So it's just like all you got to do is just apply it. Do it. Just show up and apply it. And so you look at this. All you have to do is if it reaches this level, even if it spikes down, if it did it in this time span and it spiked down to right here, that is not a bad buy. It is in a buying zone. You have to understand it is accumulating orders, just like it did here. Accumulated an order, accumulated an order, accumulated an order, accumulated an order, and then it went up, and then it completed the head and shoulders pattern. Now it's doing an inverted head and shoulders pattern. That's what's doing it. And this is a look at this. This is a multi-day double bottom. Look, here it is right here. So if price holds right here, we're going to be looking at that right there. That's the next zone of liquidity for it to go to. So if it goes to the upside there, I'm not even looking at my profits. I don't need to. I don't even care. It's just like I'm looking for this thing to go 3-to-1. You go to 3-to-1. Okay, cool. Now we're talking about something. Now we're actually doing something. We're at a level. And it's just like that. Boom. That's all you're looking at. So it comes down here. Oh, great. Another opportunity for me to get into the trade. This is another great opportunity for me to get into this trade. And that's how you guys have to start looking at it. The analogy I gave you, take that same analogy in the beginning, and I'm going to end with this, and I'm going to open it up for anyone who has questions. The same analogy, I'm going to end it with this. Just like you look for sales on your favorite shoes, on your video games, on your Airbnbs, on your houses, on your cars, it don't matter what it is, beauty products, whatever it is. Just like you look for sales on those. And when they drop to a better price, you buy them, start looking at the market the exact same way. When you are an investor in this market and you have your zones clear and cut drawn up, when it reaches the bottom of that zone, it's a cheaper price, buy it. When it reaches the top of that zone, it's a cheaper price, sell it. That's what you look for. That's it. Don't look at it anyway. Reprogram yourself. Reprogram yourself. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. If someone was telling me this shit whenever I was my first year in trading, by year 3, I'd be on damn Forbes magazine and y'all wouldn't even know me. I'd be like that one dude. What's that dude? I'd be like Dan Brazilian because I'd have an ego so big it'd be ridiculous. You wouldn't even know me. But I had to go through what I went through in order to become the man and the mentor that I am today. And I fully accept that and I appreciate that and I love that because that's what's going to take visual prowess to the next level and bring the right people that need to be in this. And that's what I love because I get rewarded every single day from this. And so I love it. So that's what I'm going to end with. And if anybody else has any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know about that. If not, what pairs do you guys got? Do I see gold dropping 1600 long term? Not really. I'm not looking too far into that. But I can tell you that we have to deal with this first. This is a major excitable move, and this currently is the pullback that we're on right now. So this is and this is the 61.8 level here. This is a major level on the way I pull the fib. This would be the 38.2. This is a major reversal zone, and if this happens and holds, we got a huge, look at that, Ascension, a new wave. This was the last video. If anybody has made it to Ascension, a new wave, last video I did was on gold. We got this pattern right here is going to be the move. So you look at this. Oh no, I don't want another one of those. You look at this, and we are going to be looking at this pattern, which this is going to complete perfectly at the 161.8. I don't even have to look at it. And you see right there, we're right at the 161.8. That is what we're going to be looking at on gold for now. So it just doesn't have that's the specific move. And if you look over here, again, its price does not know time. All it knows is volume. So we're in this level of liquidity right here. This is the strongest level of liquidity about right here. So right now we are basically in a break and retest on gold off of the monthly. So I've already done this analysis here, but this isn't, I'm not looking at gold that long term. So I'm only looking at gold on this on a weekly, daily, 4-hour basis because that's where I'm going to make most of my money. Is on that. It doesn't require me to look at the monthly right now because of what's currently happening. I just need to look at what's going on these specific time frames here because, again, this is where the money is really at right now. And if this zone gets broken, I'll know what to do next. But right now it's not, so there's nothing to do. If this zone gets broken here, we're going to come to here. So that is going to be a next buy for me. If the zone gets broken off of this daily, then we are not going to look at this. We are going to look at this right here. So we're going to look at here. And if it does, this is a likely scenario here, and then a drop down like that. That's a very likely scenario. And that scenario happens, we're going to follow this perfect downtrend. This could be a very likely scenario where we come back up into the zone 2, and this is easily something that can happen. I mean, this is very easily something that can happen. So you look at that. If gold decides to drop here, it comes down here, and it might come and do a retest here, and then we see the drop to the downside like that. So we could see a sharper movement to the downside that happens there, and we'll most likely reach this point right here. It'll build up a collection of orders here, and then it'll shoot straight down. But for right now, this is too strong of a level. This is the first level, but this right here level is definitely a strong level that we'd have to look at. But yeah, if it comes down to there, the next zone of liquidity from what I'm looking at from just off rip, and this is way out there, is we're going to look at that right there. That's pretty much what we're going to look at. Of course, you're going to have traders that are trading off of this right here. They're trading off this point basically through here to like through here. This is like the zones that they're looking at. So they're looking at that zone right there. And that's another reason why this was such a critical drop right there. So this is basically what's being looked at right now in the market. So you can see that cross right there that happens off that drop there. So there's so many things I could just start throwing out here because I understand the price action, but I don't mess with it that far because I don't really care that far. I really care about what's happening right now and where is the money at right now, because I don't need to make all this money off of just one trade. I just need to be following my rules systematically of how I'm going to make money consecutively over and over again on the trades that come up that are right in front of my face. So look at GJ, NZD Chef, NZD Chef, NZD JPY. All right, so let's look at GJ first. So I know this has been a popular pair. Look at that thing. That thing fell off Earth, didn't it? Oh, I see why you guys marked up GJ. Yeah, look at that. Look at that right there. Isn't this lovely? Look at that right there. Straight off this zone. Look at this. Oh my God. You see what I mean? Look, perfect example. Perfect freaking example of what I just talked about. Now, we're going to get to the GJ buys in a second. But do you see this right here? This is exactly what GBP Chef did, but this did it diagonally, guys. Look at this. Sellers, 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 breaks it, back down into it. Let me just delete all these off here so we don't get confused, okay? Sellers, breaks it, all right? It broke it and came back in the zone, and it came right back into the selling zone. Now, that doesn't change because it went back into the zone. It went back there for a reason. And you look at this, and I put this little zone here. And if you guys remember, I did this last week, and I said, would this be a valid zone? And I said, would this be a valid zone? Yes, it would be a valid zone. This is not a bad sell. It's not bad at all. And I said, you can put your stop loss right up there. And I said, you can do two things. You can take the trade here, and you can put the stop loss way out here, or you can put the trade here, put one order, and put another order at the back end of it, and put the stop and then put the stop loss back out in that area, somewhere back in that zone again. And that's the same thing. It's the same concept. And you look at this. So you see the back of the zone right here. This is the back of that zone. Set 151.775. Okay? The back of the zone. That is not even 20 pips, guys. Literally, that is not even 20 pips. So on something like GJ, 30 to 50 is usually a good stop loss because of how it moves. But you see this. This isn't even 20 pips that it moves there. Not even 20 pips that it goes. So you look at that and see this, and I said, would this be a valid trade? Yes. And it was something that Troy did a couple months back, and I said, you can take the trade here if you want, and then you can put another trade back there, or you can just take a trade and put a big stop loss on, or you can take a multitude of trades and like stack them up. And I showed you guys how to stack them up on GBP Chef last week and a week before that. I showed you guys how to stack those trades. And you look at the drop that was done, and you can see that was a significant drop. And the first place that we were talking about selling was right here. And then the next place was here. And then the next place was here. And you look at that drop that it does, guys. And this is like, Jesus, this is cash. What am I doing with my life? Sometimes I'd be like, I miss 100,000 trades, but I've moved past that. And now about 6 months ago, I would have been heated. Even 4 months ago, I'd have been like, I cannot miss these trades. I must make $400 million next week. Like that was my mentality for real. So I had to let go of that. So I'm on that. But yeah, you look at this right here. Oh my Lord. Look at this. This is a head and shoulders pattern. If you've never seen one, this is a head and shoulders pattern. It's going to be hard to see, but you have to shift your paradigm. Shoulder, head, shoulder, right there. And what does it do? Directly back into the zone of liquidity, back into a what pattern. This is also, if you have not watched my pattern video sections, just literally slap yourself right now. That is my new thing. Look at this. Perfect M-top drop right there. Perfect. Watch the pattern videos. This is like, you can't even get any better than this right here. Like, this is beautiful right here. Like, look at this. Perfect. Perfect setup. Perfect. That is amazing. Now, let's go back to this. So let's remove this and let's look at the now of things. So if you haven't bought GJ when it came down to 149.2 to 149.3 to 149.4, is that a good buy zone? Yes. One touch goes up. Two touch goes up. There's your third touch. And do you see how it did it in one day? It went from 151 even basically all the way down to 140. That was 200 pip drop that it did. Today. Okay? And it went straight into a whoa, holy shit, magical buying zone. Isn't that just so amazing? Straight to the buying zone. It's not hard to figure out. And if you look at it, that's just the 3 touch there. You can come all the way to right here. And you can pull this thing to right here, guys. And look, it works. It worked all the way over to here in this zone here too. Is that a good buy? Yeah, that's not a bad buy. Now, if it chooses to drop and fall off Earth there, are you going to be like, yo, I can't believe I'm so trash and didn't take a trade? Like, I literally didn't take this. Well, yeah, you didn't decide to take the trade, but are you wrong? No, sorry, I said that wrong. If you take the trade here and it drops, you're gonna be like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I definitely don't know what I'm doing, because that's where some of you guys are going. Where you're taking your mind to, and that does not mean that, guys. It just means the market was not ready for you. It's just literally a reprogramming. That's literally all it is. So yeah, if you don't watch the pattern videos on psychology, go ahead and delete Cervexis and download Indeed and apply it. Hey, that was funny. Yeah, for real. Yeah, well, the pattern videos and the psychology videos, I mean, especially anything that I did, the first 4 videos on my psychology videos are from 2018, but they're still good. The Fibonacci videos are from 2018. They're so good. But the videos I did, the last 5 videos in psychology, major fire. The the support and resistance videos, major fire. The pattern videos, major fire. The ascension videos, major fire. I made all those in the last 90 days when I made the most money in my trading career. So if that tells you anything, that tells you that it is essential. I mean, I know you guys are in the elite zone. And again, I say this all the time. You've gotten way more than anyone has gotten, because you've been on this journey with me the last 9 months, going on 10 months now. So you've gotten a lot. But those videos are very precise. They're very precise, but you guys have gotten great knowledge. But really, people need to hear that in the main group. And if you guys can, because people need to see it, I don't do the best job of, I don't even ask you guys for testimonials besides that one time that we did the video. But I don't I'm not just like, hey, type me up something that I can post. Like, I never do that. Like, you guys do it yourself. But as me being my marketer, I don't actually brand those. So that's something I have to do a better job of. like to do to grow more because people want to see that. But if you guys, the 18 people who are on, can just sometimes here and there just message in the main chat. I only have 120 people in there. There's 240 people in the company. There's 240. I do not have everyone added in there. Not everyone wants to be added in there. But a lot of those people need to hear you say the value of the videos in the elite zone. Not because it's going to be more money. That's not how I look at it. But it's going to help them. Like it will help them. And they need to see it because it gets that feeling that they're missing out. And when people start feeling like they're missing out, that's what everything selling is about. Like they want you to be like, oh, you need to get this, oh, you need to do this, oh, this needs to happen, oh, don't miss out on this, oh, this, and it's that call to action. So a lot of people need to see that and hear that. I'm not saying do it now. I'm just saying if you ever think of it in a moment and you're like, damn, I really have gotten a lot better in this last year. You can text it to me. I'll actually, you can just text it to me and that'll be enough. You can, and if you feel like going and putting it in the elite in the main chat, please do it. It'll be heartfelt for people in there, and it'll be still heartfelt for me because I do this because I want to help people, not because I need to make more money. Because that's not it. I just want to literally show people how to do this. I enjoy this. It is fun. I can, as you know, I can talk without taking a single breath. Like I am good. Like I just enjoy this. But if you look at GJ, where's it at? Right there at a buying zone. That's self-explanatory. 140.200 to 140.400. That is a buy zone all day. If you bought it and it goes against you, is it wrong? No. That is important that you understand that it is not wrong. All right. Let's go look at NZD Chef now. Okay. What's this wild pair doing? This thing be moving wildly. What is this? Oh, the breakout. Okay, this is a major fib move. I'm pulling the fib out for this one. Yeah, we're on some, and it just retested, so we are here off this. So is that the zone? Yeah, we're looking at this right here. Yeah, this is the retest of that zone about right there. This is probably about the back end of this is what we're going to be looking at. There are some bearish signs in this because of this M top here. So you could see this thing, if it drops, it's probably going to have a bigger drop than usual. So something down like that. This is definitely following a fib pattern though. So this pair, this is actually a really good buy right now. I'm gonna go and buy this because this the reason I say this is good. It's about the lowest of the zone you're gonna get. It might go down and hit some stop losses down here. That's cool. Probably to have this thing, you really don't have to do a big stop loss on this. I'd say, oh wow, that's only 20 pips. Jesus, yeah, 20 pips is fine on this thing. Yeah, this is good. I'm gonna go ahead and snag that. That's a good one. Just put it in the trade right now. It's like low. It's very low. I love it at this low level. That's what we want. So just give me a second. I'm buying this for myself. Into Chef over here. Yeah, there. I can do there, and I can go here. So gotta love this thing. It has to refresh for me. Okay. So here we go. Stop loss, and I think this thing pays out. Yep, 6.4. I'm gonna go 750. Yeah, I'm putting my stop loss at 750. I like this. Again, This is a bear. This has bearish implications, but does it stop me from taking a buy? Does it tell me that I need to not take a buy? This has a bearish move off of the 4-hour and the daily up there, but this is also, I do not go off of candlestick patterns. I do not care about that. Yes, this big daily candle looks majorly bearish, but this thing could come all the way up here, guys, by tomorrow, do a really big hammer all the way up to like 65, 200, and then the next day this thing could fly all the way to Jesus. So no, I don't care about the pattern or not, but NZD Chef solid. um so let's see. Got that. NZD JPY break and retest. Let's look at this. Is this webinar worthy of a oh, look at that, boy. Who done spotted this? Jesus Lord, help these young men and women out here. Is this a webinar that is worthy of a must watch? Should I put this on a must watch? Should I? Yay or nay? Oh, I got a massage tomorrow at 1 p.m. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, this is lovely. This is major lovely. This is nice. I like this. Who said this? I like NZD Chef look good. Y'all got some, yay. Y'all getting it down. I love it. GJ was good. NZD Chef was good. NZD JPY was good. Every ones that I've seen so far is really, really good. NZD JPY is really nice. Just looking at this thing, look at this right here. This is a qualification of you pull a fib right here. This is exactly what you want. So we are almost half off, 50%. Yeah, break and retest right there. Oh my lord, I am loving this. I get to just stack some trades up right now. NZDJPY. So nice. This is so nice. Let me see the stop loss I can put on this. I love this. Just get to stack these trades up. So 850 and okay. I'm gonna do a buy limit on this one. I'm gonna do a buy limit at 76, 750 because I want to put, let's see, pending order. I want a smaller. I don't want to do. Actually, I can do this. I'm gonna do 2 orders on this one. So my mindset on this is I'm gonna immediately buy exactly where price is at. Okay, so I'm gonna immediately buy. All right. So we go in now with this because this is where price is currently at. I am going to put my stop loss about right below there. So I'm going to put it about 40 pips down to there. So we're going to go here at that level. So let's see. I can go here and we can put it here. Stop loss. What did I say? This is nice. Yep. Instant execution. And then I'm going to place a pending order. Okay. So I'm going to go here at 76,700. Yeah, 76,700. And I'm going to keep my stop loss at the same level, which was the 76.4 level. So we're looking at like 30. Why does that seem wrong? 76, 76.5. So I did that wrong. So, oh, okay. I see what I did. So I just did like a 45 pip stop loss. And yeah, I'm going to keep it about the same level, 76,400. That's going to be my same level. And we're going to look at about a 35 pip stop loss at that level. So that's the point. And that's just a pending order. Off that point, all I'm doing is just placing that pending order in at the 76 750? Am I tripping? Hold on, let me look at something. Did I say 76, 700? I'm gonna go 76, 700 because I'm not really worried about. Yeah, that makes more sense because now I'm at the stop loss I want. Yeah, 30 pips. Okay, yeah, 76, 700. It's 15 pips down. I don't care if that thing. I want it to go 15 pips down actually, because if it does, I get in at a better price. Do you see the difference now in the way that I'm thinking and the way that I'm doing stuff? I got a different mindset about things now. So it's just totally different the way I'm looking at things. And GJ, what are we about to do? Did I forget to buy this shit? Are we gonna buy it? Yes. Well, I'm gonna put a buy limit in because if it comes down, because we're getting in this little baby downtrend area off this hourly. This is about right here. Oh no, we've pretty much crossed that. Yeah, I'm gonna put a buy limit in just in case at 149 300. I'm gonna go 149 300. I'm gonna go a stop loss at, let's see, I'm gonna go 149 250. Okay, 149 250. And this is just, I'm stacking these orders up, guys, because I trust the market at these levels. I'm not afraid of the market. It doesn't bother me. It's just all these levels are coming up. And I know, and this is the little hourly, this is break and retest. So if this thing scoots down and pops it over here, we might see it. This is a little bit outside of my zone. I'm not going to be upset if this thing misses my order and doesn't hit it. I'm totally okay with that. It's not like I am upset if that thing does not hit my order. It is totally 100% okay. I just need to make sure that I'm following the right parameters whenever I do it. Put a stop loss at like 148,950. That's it. That's all I'm doing. This is exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm just doing it on my phone. So that's all I'm doing, just stacking up the orders, and that's it. And so if these things go in my direction, we're chilling. Let's see the next pairs that you guys do it. GU's doing the same thing. So that was the next thing I needed to look at was GBP USD. So GBP USD, let's go look at this and see if this is qualified. So it's all the way at the bottom. If I see a line pop up, let's see. Oh my Lord, heaven bless us all. Of course it's doing the same thing. God dang it. We just need to get off the webinar. Hey, everybody needs to just get ready and just in 2022, because I still feel like we're in 20 because people still believe in this shit that goes on in the world. We're gonna be on the beach. I'm gonna be seeing y'all on the beach somewhere. It might have to be in the United States, but we're gonna be on the beach somewhere. But yeah, GU is beautiful. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, GU is perfect. This is really nice on GU. Still some bearish implications on GU. Not saying that thing can't go down by any means at all. It's definitely something that can go down. But again, I'm looking at what the immediate time frames of what's going on, and this is a very good. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not tripping. Yeah, this is very good. I mean, dual trend lines are going to be a little off, but yeah, this is about it right there. So you look at that thing, this is solid. 136,500. I mean, where it's at right now is fine. 136,500 to 136,400. You might get a little spike down of it. This is the shoulder, head, shoulders. So this again, like I say, could spike down. This is not something that can't. Stop loss is going to be looking at, you're not going to have to do a crazy big stop loss on this because the thing is, you don't want to be married to a trade like this that is bearish. So you're not going to be like, oh, let me put a 100 pip stop loss in this thing. No, because 100 pip stop loss, it's like, what? You don't even get the reward that you want. So on this specific one, watch this. We're going to come over and we're going to measure from the previous areas, okay? And we're going to look at the distance. We're going to look at the distance here, okay? We're going to look at the distance here, right here at this level. So does this work? Does this work right here? About right. Can we go 30 pips and say that works? That worked right there. Off that level. Yes. 3-to-1. Just cash all day. Easily. Can we go 3-to-1 right here? Does that work? Yes. Now we do the same thing. We bring it over to here. Can we do that? Yes. So 30 pips. You really don't need to put it more than that. I'm doing a buy limit on GU as well. So GBP/USD. Same thing. You can see that at that level. What is this? GU? Why does it look weird on Survexes? It's the day. It's the weekly. And that's the daily? I'm just looking at this thing. Oh, it's very zoomed in. I've seen that. I was about to say that looks so weird. Yeah, so that's just that's a level there. I mean, that thing looks good. You guys have had some beautiful recommendations today. I will definitely tell you that you guys have had some really good ones. Yeah, 500 is easily good. Don't need a very big stop loss at all on that pair. What was that? 135, 500. Yeah, you don't need a big stop loss at all on that trade. It looks very good. The thing is, what will happen too is, so you put a 30 pip stop loss in, for instance, right? Because I'm looking at this as I put it in, and I'm looking at the lines. You're gonna look at this line right here possibly being a zone of where the market can pop it and then decide to come up, okay? Remember, you're trading off of this zone right here. If you want to, and avoid this, and I say you don't have to put a huge one on, but if you put it about right there, 50 pips down, that's cool. I wouldn't go much further than that because I'm taking into account that this is a zone of liquidity right here. You don't have to go way major on that. So again, I put my entry price on the trade. This is about exactly where I put my pending order in. So I'm just saying that right now, just in case there's any kind of confusion on that. But again, I'm not trading off of that zone. I'm expecting the market to honor me right here, and if per se the next day I look at it and it comes back up into the zone, I'm gonna say, okay, well, it's still back in the buying zone. Let me go ahead and take that trade. So I'm looking at something like that. That's what I'm seeing specifically on that trade. But it's all in the zones. All this stuff works. It's all in those zones. That's what I'm looking for in there. So Bitcoin. I don't really know what you're seeing in Bitcoin besides the thing just dropping, which is what I thought. Yeah, I'm not really. I mean, I don't day trade it, so I mean, it came back into this break and retest, which is good, but this thing on any, like, most brokers, they just put this on there so they know people are going to lose their money. So I don't specifically day trade that too much. But looking at the level and seeing if that is a break and retest of the structure right there, this is a good zone if this is something that you're looking at. But long term, again, Bitcoin came up in the zone of liquidity, and if it starts pushing anywhere down into this thing is going to come down. And to me, looking at something like this, I from how I was looking at it before, it seemed like it still needed to drop down. So, and it did its rise up there, and I feel like that was more emotional to get more people involved. But when I look at this and this price pattern, if it doesn't reject here, then we could be seeing this thing come back all the way down to 30,000 and then go even lower than that. That's just me looking at that. But I don't really day trade that thing. So most def ever since I joined, my trading major session changed. Still screenshots, yep. Euro odd. Let's go look at Euro odd. And I mean, I like this. Doing this, you know, there's so many different pairs to do. I will say Euro odd is not good looking on the eyes. If you notice on all the other pairs that you guys have showed me, this is not a very good looking one on the eyes. If you just look at the breakdown of everything. So personally, I don't like this one. I mean, you could see the shoulder, head and shoulders. That could be something that could happen. But again, there's not a lot of confluencies. You could probably pull this fib here because this is an excitable move and look at it on here. This could be an argument to what this could be a selling point. But for where it's at here, you would want to put more of your trades higher up, which is like 50 pips up, because you're going to want to take it off of this zone right here. Now, off this zone right here, if you were to have sold it at this level right there, then you would have that head and shoulder first touch actually forming right here. You would have the 4-hour sellers, and sellers, and then you would at least be getting up into this Fibonacci 50 zone right there, or I think that's 61.8. No, it is the 50. You'd be getting up in that 50 zone. So that would, you start to get into more confluencies there, then that would be good. So yeah, that's what I was looking at there on those different levels. If you mark it up and go into a little bit more detail, but off of first look, no, but off of looking at it a little bit further, that is something I like. RJPY. Yep, break and retest. Ooh, buddy. Ooh, buddy. Ooh, buddy. Yeah, break and retest. Odd JPY on break and retest. And Tyler, this was the markup that you sent me. Was this right here? And what I'll say is, like I said, I liked it, and I'll say this right now. Remember, just have multiple points in which you would look at it and wanting to invest in the market. So this would be your one buy zone, and then this is going to be your next one because break and retest of the sellers here, and then there's the retest right there. So yeah. Hey, any of you guys know how they do highlight reels of like basketball or just sports, and then you know how they do highlight reels of like gaming and stuff? I'm gonna start creating highlight reels of when I do markups and it does exactly what I say. I'm gonna just do highlight reels of it, and it's gonna be a new thing I'm gonna create on Instagram where people are gonna be like, "This dude is so freaking good at trading, bro! Look at this! Oh my god!" And it's just gonna be something that sells people, and it's gonna be a new thing. I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna tell you that. That's gonna be a highlight reel of trading, just like they be doing it on highlight reels when they be dunking on people. We dunking in the market. Every time we get these markups and we get these good markups, we dunking on somebody. We dunking on odd JPY, on gold, on what else we got? GJ, on GBP Chef. We dunking on them. We creating highlight reels. The market is getting done in now. Let me stop. I ain't doing the marketing. It's just an idea. But yeah, does anybody else have any other questions or anything like that? This is a good webinar. It's 8:30? Boy, I don't even feel like it was 8:30. I'm over here just talking. I just put out the John EA and I see a little bit clearer, yeah. I'm gonna put this on the must-watch section. This is
Hey, put
a
this.
good one.
Yep. I was just about to say that, bro. I like this one.
It's a must-watch. Even though Zay was the only person who said yes when I asked him, and Tyler now, but I guess nobody else agrees. They're like, dude, we don't need to type in the chat. We already know, it's a good video. Just put it in the thing, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in there. I'm gonna put it in that thing real quick. When I put it in that thing real quick. When I put it in that thing. All right, cool. All right, guys. Have a blessed one. Have a great one. I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip side. I appreciate your guys' time for all the people who stayed on. It was a really good webinar. Yeah, we got a bunch of trades. Now let's just see what happens in the market. Let's see if we get rewarded for our trades. If they all go our way, if some go our way, if none go our way. It does not matter. We have done the things necessary. We have done the work. Now it's just about letting the market do what it needs to do. So yeah, catch you guys later. And have a great night, guys.
I'm gonna see you guys later, bro. Have a good one. Have a great one. We'll talk to you later. See you, Zay.